So yeah, whatever's supportive for you to connect with your breath. If you like to start in a seat, you can stay in a seat. We will start on our back. So if you want to try something new on your backs, you can roll onto your back. But just finding a seat that's going to support you and arriving in the space that we're in. Maybe let out a breath. Maybe wiggle around and feel yourself really sink into the floor. Hey, Con. Maybe move the head side to side, massaging those occipitals a little bit. If you have a block, you can put a block under your head and massage it into that little softer of the block. Sometimes I joke with my massage therapist that that's where we store our thoughts, is in those occipitals, and sometimes that causes tension. So just gonna roll them out. Begin to connect with the breath. Maybe our three-part yogic breath where we breathe in and fill the stomach, then the chest rises, and then that lower throat, and exhale. Fill the stomach, chest, uppermost chest, lower throat, and exhale. It's like a wave flowing up the stomach, up to the neck, and then let it go. And I think that this question that kind of threw out at the beginning of the week in the email and our first class of the week, why am I here? Just kind of asking that question and having it in your space. Not necessarily why am I born? Why am I on this earth? But just right now, why am I here? Why am I at yoga at 10:45 on a Saturday? And then just allowing the energies of our body to be in that question. We can let go of any analysis, cognitive thought, or any attempt to try to find an answer, and just let our body heal and take care of itself today with that guiding question. We might do some asanas a little different today to kind of give our mind, kind of throw it for a loop. So just when we think we know why we're here, it's like, oh, whoops, surprise. So let's breathe in the invitation and the permission to get exactly what we need on an energetic level, mental, spiritual, physical level today. Maybe it comes later outside, or maybe later next week. But this seed that we plant, this intention to seek the answer energetically to that question. So from here, if you're not on your backs already, roll on your backs. And let's inhale, extending our arms above the head. Reaching with the fingertips, and then point those toes towards the bottom of the mat. And that's what we're going to explore today, is that plantar flexion in the feet. So really point those toes. Feel the tops of the feet maybe stretch. Reach with the fingers. And now flex the feet towards the face. Maybe reach the hands at the side. Reach them towards the ground. The shoulder blades maybe come to the ground. Flexing the feet. And now point those toes. And then reach the arms overhead. Reaching with fingertips. Yes. And now exhale. Let's bring those knees into the chest. The low back comes to the ground. Bring the nose towards the knees and then rock side to side. And now extend the left leg nice and long. Keep it hovering over the earth. Point the toes of the left foot. Flex the toes of the right foot. Noticing that lower stomach active with that left leg pointed. It hovers over the ground. Breathe in. Now exhale, send that right leg long. Point the toes. The left knee comes to the chest. Flex the left foot. Point the right toes. And really reach out of that hip socket with the toe. And now bring that right leg in. So both knees are in. Flex the feet towards the face. Now extend the legs towards the sky. Feet are flexed. Yeah. Those quads might be active. Now point the toes towards the sky. And now maybe flex towards the face. Now let's point the toes and maybe just make some circles with the toes, with the feet. You can make really big circles, but engage the low belly so the low back is on the ground. Wide circles with the legs, maybe tiny circles. And now pause in the middle. Switch directions if you haven't already. And now those toes point towards the sky. Find some stillness. Bring the arms out like a T. And now exhale to drop those legs over to the right side. So it's like an L. If you want to bend the knees, you can bend those knees. A gentle twist to start. The movement to the side. Breathing in and out. Now bend those knees or keep them long, but bring them back to the middle on an exhale. So legs point towards the sky now. Yeah, breathe in. And then exhale, let those legs come out to the left. Snap, crackle, pop over here. And when you get those legs out to the side, point and flex the feet. Maybe noticing the body warming up just with these movements with the legs. On an exhale, you can bend and bring them back to the middle or keep them long and bring them back to the middle. Now let's exhale, knees into the chest. If you have your strap, grab it handy. Let's cross the right leg over the left. And then with that strap, you can kind of place it over the shins and just kind of pull this little pretzel, as you guys call it, in towards the body. You can just rest the hands as well. But sometimes that strap is kind of nice. Now squeeze those thighs into each other and squeeze that low back to the ground, engaging the low back, and the middle back, and the upper back, pressing into the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, release the strap, release the legs, send the feet to the sky, point and flex, and then cross the left leg over the right. Again, that strap comes across the shins, kind of pulling the legs in towards the chest a little. Squeeze the thighs into each other, guys, and then the back to the ground. Breathe in and out. Notice the temperature of the body. And what's awesome is that these asanas that we do, that we move through, this sacred geometry is so healing on so many levels for the body, that just being here in this space supports our body and giving it exactly what it needs. Let's let go of that strap, let go of any effort with the legs. And now from here, send the legs to the sky and let the legs fall out to the side. Drop them out to the side so feet are far apart. You can bend the knees if you want. You might notice a difference on that low back. So maybe keep the legs long if you have kind of some sacrum stuff going on. And just let the gravity hold those legs out to the side. You can even bring the hands on the inside of the thighs. Breathe in. And now let's exhale, bend the knees, bring the knees to the middle. Roll over to one side. You can come to the ground, but find your way up to cat-cow. Or up to tabletop to move into cat-cow. You want to place a blanket underneath your knees. Go ahead and do that. And then when we get to cat-cow or get to tabletop, before cat-cow, let's walk our hands forward. Reach those sits bones back, the fingers forward. Notice the feet, the top of the feet on the top of the mat. So the tops of the feet making contact with the earth. Breathe in. Puppy pose, Anahatasana. And now exhale, drag those hands underneath the shoulders. From here, find that step, that stability, that foundation, drop the belly, lift the heart. Shine the heart forward. And then exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the navel maybe. Now inhale, drop the belly, heart shines through, lands towards the floor, where the floor meets the wall, or the wall meets the ceiling, up high. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And now exhale, bring that back to the middle, so it's a neutral spine. And now let's bring that left knee to the ground. Maybe it comes towards the middle of the body, and then point that right toe to the sky. Now notice if you keep that knee in line with the hip, you're gonna activate that glute. And maybe just gaze forward and hold that toe to the sky. If you lift that knee a little higher than the hip, it's gonna be low back. You're gonna recruit that low back. So just pay attention to where you feel that mind-body connection. And we're just gonna pause and hold that abdomen strong. And now exhale, lower down that knee, bring it to the middle maybe. And then with that left toe pointing to the sky, find some stillness. And again, if the knee's in line with that hip, you're gonna notice the glute. If it's higher, it's gonna be that low back. So see and sense into the body what you need this morning. And you notice the body starts to shake a little bit. This core. Now exhale, bring that knee down to the ground. Bring the knees nice and wide. Sink back, heels towards, or glute towards the heels. Arms can come forward. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And now exhale, rolling forward. You can bring those knees to the middle, and now step that right foot down. Curl the left toes under, lift that left knee. Let's inhale to rise up with the arms. And then sink the hips down, bending that front leg. Keep that knee over the ankle if you want. Maybe you want to kind of come forward. Find some stability. And now maybe you have a wall handy or a chair or something, because we're going to lean forward just a little bit. Come onto the top of that back left foot. So the top of the foot is on the ground. And that's a little different. Let's exhale, fold forward, bring the hands around the foot, and then come onto the ball of that left foot, and let's rock forward and back, stretching out the bottom of that foot now. And now let's exhale, step that left foot forward. Switch it back with the right foot going back now. So the right foot grounds. We're gonna rise up into our Ashtandrasana. And sigh. You feel into that front leg if you want it to bend a lot or a little bit. And now find some steadiness. We can lean forward, bring the top of that right foot onto the ground, and then lift up, out. So rather than the ball of the foot, it's the top of that foot. Breathe in and out. Nice. Let's exhale, fold it forward. Bring the foot, step that right foot to meet the left. Let's bend the knees a little bit, maybe a lot. Grab opposite elbows, hang forward, Uttanasana. And then bend the knees. Let's rise up to stand. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Notice the beating of the heart in the chest. Notice the rate of breath in the body. Notice the temperature. And imagine that you're getting everything that you need on every level, because we've given our being permission to answer that question of why am I here? To draw whatever wisdom we need from this practice. Let's inhale, bring our arms to the sky. You can let them come apart or you can keep them in prayer. We're gonna sit down, Utkatasana. Let's bring our arms out like a T and then maybe find cactus arms. And then reach the fingertips towards the ground, reach them behind us, come on to the balls of our feet. Heels lift. Exhale, place the heels, sweep the arms up to the sky. And now let's bring the heel of the right foot off the ground. Exhale, hands reach down towards the ground. We can hinge at the waist to hover over that right thigh. The right heel lifts if that's accessible. Breathe in. Now exhale, sweep the arms to the sky, ground that right heel, step the left foot forward, woo, Utkatasana, here we are. Nice, inhale. Exhale, right into that left foot, step the right foot back. Find that crescent lunge. And now lift that left heel off the ground. Maybe noticing if there's more effort in a part of the leg when we have the front heel lifted versus the back heel or the back top of the foot. Let's breathe in. Exhale, fold it forward, frame the foot, step the left foot back. So now we're in plank pose. But let's bring the top of the foot to the ground, top of the right foot, now top of the left foot. Plank pose in our plantar flexion. Maybe press the feet into the ground, feel the quads active, breathe in. Now exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Good, breathe in. Exhale, curl the toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale. Breathe out. Breathe in. Inhale, step the right foot forward, pivot the left heel down, rise up. The left heel's pivoted down, the foot can be towards the long edge of the mat, the right foot shines forward. Let's breathe in. Yeah. Exhale, hinge forward, interlace the hands behind the back. Humble warrior, bow on the inside of that right leg. Lifting those arms high to the sky, or maybe to the hips, if it doesn't feel so hot to bring those hands up. And then let all the subtleties of this shape bless our being. Let's breathe in. Exhale, lift up and rise, the chest floating forward, fingertips float back, reaching for the back of the mat. Exhale to lift that heel and pivot the foot, so we're in our crescent lunge now. Breathe in. Now exhale, step that left foot forward just a little bit, maybe a foot or two, and then bring that heel down and straighten the front leg, bring the toes up to the sky. Let's reach our arms up, so the back foot is down, the right toes are up. And now come onto the ball of that back foot. So on the ball of the back foot, the heel of the front foot. Find that center of gravity. Exhale, lower down the toes, lower down the heel, and then bow forward over that front leg, Parsvottanasana. Exhale. Sigh. Bend that front knee just a little bit. The left hand stays on the inside of the foot, the right hand sweeps up to the sky. Havrita Utthita Trikonasana. Revolved triangle pose. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. One more breath in. Exhale, bring that hand to frame the foot. Bend that front knee. Let's step the left foot forward to meet the right. Sweep the hands to the sky. Utkatasana. Lift the heels if you want. And then any variation with the arms. We'll be here for 3 more breaths, guys. We close the eyes. Breathe in. Exhale, ground the left foot, step the right foot back, pivot the heel down, toes face towards the long edge or maybe forward, and lift the arms to the sky. Virabhadrasana 1. Good, breathe in. Exhale, sweep the hands behind the back. Maybe you grab opposite elbows this time. Maybe the hands find prayer. And then we'll humbly bow on the inside of that bent leg, folding forward. Breathe in and out. Drawing that chest towards the thigh. The belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe close the eyes. Notice the effort and notice the ease in the body. Exhale to rise, lifting the heart, lifting the chest. The shoulders come over the hips. Now release the hands, point the fingers towards the ground. Come onto the ball, that back foot. So we pivot the foot just a little bit, lift the heel, breathe in. Exhale, let's bring our arms out like a T. Now kind of bring that right foot forward just a little bit. Come onto the ball of that right foot, stay on the ball of the foot. Straighten that front leg. And lift the toes of the front foot. And then any variation with those arms to hold us steady. Activate that core, guys. Front toes are up, the back heel is lifted. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the front of the foot, lower the back of that back foot, and then fold over that front straight leg. Exhale, Parsvottanasana. Oh, draw that belly button to spine as we surrender. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh. Maybe you bring your arms behind your back here. If you want, lifting them to the sky. Maybe you keep them down around the foot. Inhale. And now exhale, bend that knee just a little bit to sweep the left hand to the sky. The right hand faces that long leg. Good job, breathe in. Draw the belly button into the spine, so the active core, inhale. And exhale, bring the left hand down. And now from here, pivot on the ball of that right foot, around that left foot. Let's step the right foot to meet the left, sit down in our Uttanasana. Arms to the sky. Yes, sit down in the chair, breathe in. Now exhale, arms sweep behind us, pull them behind towards that long edge of the chair, and then fold it forward, Uttanasana. Arms to the sky, chest opens. Bending those knees a lot or a little. Exhale. Deep breath in. Now bend the knees, sweep the hands towards the ground. Step the feet back to plank pose, but come onto the tops of those feet. And we'll be here for a couple breaths. Tops of the feet on the earth. Heart hovers over the ground. Now exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Good. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Letting go. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale. Let the breath leave the body. Maybe make a sound and let the tongue fly out of the mouth. Lion's breath. Exhale. Release the heat. Inhale. Step both feet forward between the hands. Find a block and let's bring the block towards the right corner of the mat. When with that block there in the corner, step the left foot back, getting your feet ready for that pyramid pose base. And then bend the knees, sweep the arms out to the side, let's rise up. Front toes face forward, the back toes kind of face the long edge, maybe towards the front, arms to the sky. Now exhale, bring the arms out in front. And now with that right hand, draw back towards that right shoulder. The left hand is forward. Now imagine this with your bow and arrow, right? And we're just gonna set our sights on whatever we need for the day. Let's breathe in. We're gonna exhale, twist over to the left. Hips stay forward. We twist to the left. Left arm out, the right arm towards the shoulder. Twist as much towards the back as you want. Exhale, slowly bring that hand towards the front. Pause at the front. And then let's do a slight back bend, grounding the feet. Lifting the hands to the sky, that left hand to the sky, the right arm on the shoulder, elbow pointing down. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that left hand in line with that left shoulder. Exhale over towards the right. Breathe in. Nice job, guys. Exhale, bring it back to the front. That right arm comes out now so the hands are in line with each other. Arms reach to the sky. Now exhale, bend that front knee just a little bit. Let's hinge at the waist. The heart is parallel with the ground. Surrendering with this half back. And then we exhale, fold all the way. That left hand can either come to the block or on the inside of that leg again. We'll exhale to come into our revolve triangle. Inhale. Exhale. Now find that block with the left hand and then move that block anywhere that feels right for you as we place our weight into that right foot and lift that left heel, the left foot off the ground for revolved half moon. You can bend that back leg if that feels a little gentler on the low back as well. Just tuning into your body and what it needs. One more breath. Now exhale, let's bring that right hand maybe to that block. So maybe you arrange that block so you can place both hands down. Do a quick little standing splits. Maybe you grab your ankle with both hands and lift that left toe to the sky. Maybe both hands are on the ground. Now exhale, send that back leg back. Inhale to float up to crescent lunge. And our exhale, we're there. Inhale. Exhale, release those hands to the top of the thigh. Shift it forward so we can bring the top of that left foot onto the ground. And maybe lift up out. If that doesn't feel so good on the back foot, then come onto the ball of the foot. But if you can, try that back. Top of the foot down. And inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, hinge forward. Notice that glute active as we sweep the hands back, hover over that top thigh, breathe in. Exhale, frame that foot, curl the back toe under so we can step the right foot back. And then when that right foot gets back, find the top of your feet onto the earth. Then exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. And then when you're ready, inhale up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One breath here. And then exhale, wide-legged child's pose. So the knees are wide, sit the hips back. Tops of the feet on the ground. Notice those points of contact. Glutes towards the heels. And exhale. Maybe you lower that forehead to the ground, massage that forehead on the floor. Notice the rate of the breath, notice the rate of the heart, the heat of the body. Exhale. Relax the face, maybe close the eyes. Now inhale to glance up at the hands, roll forward, curl the toes under. Now step that left foot forward between the hands. Ground, ground, ground. Get those hands just right, so you can bring that right foot forward, angle the foot maybe towards the long edge, ground the heel, and then we'll inhale to rise up out of both feet. Parsvottanasana. Let's find ourselves here. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring the arms forward. Inhale. Now exhale, bring that left hand back. The right arm is forward. Breathe in. Now exhale, move over towards the left with that bow and arrow. Twisting back as much as you want. And exhale, bring the hands forward through the middle, all the way twisting towards the left. Awareness to the torso as we twist, noticing the hips and the knees, the thighs, the legs move. Everything working together. And then exhale, bring the hands forward. Heart beaming towards the front of the mat. Left arm meets the right. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, surrender over that front leg. Surrendering this goal and this aim to the wisdom of the body. And trusting the wisdom of the body to nourish throughout our class today. Breathe in. Now exhale, let's frame the foot with the hands. Make sure that block, I should have said it earlier, hopefully it's still handy. Bring it towards that left side of the mat. Breathe in and out. Now bend that front leg. Maybe you bring the right hand on the inside or to that block, and the left arm reaches for sky. Try to keep those hips in the middle so they don't sink out to the left. Finding some extension and length from the armpit towards the hand, and from that outer hip to the knee. And now exhale to bend that front leg, that right hand on the block, move that block wherever makes sense for you to begin to lift that right leg off the earth and to revolve this half moon. And that block can be anywhere in the space on your mat that gives you that extra stability and balance. And now exhale, bring that left hand down to the ground. Maybe you bring it to the mat. We're going to lift that right foot to sky for a standing split. Maybe you try to bring one hand to the ankle of that left foot, and then another. Maybe you have your hands on the block or the floor. Let's breathe in. And now exhale. When you're ready, lower that right foot back with control. Try to keep it steady. Back, ball of the foot of the right foot comes down. Let's sweep the hands back so they reach towards the back of the mat, and then lift that heart up. Lifting up out of that fold. Nice. And any variation with the arms. Let your body be in this familiar shape. Exhale, hands come together, maybe to the top of the thigh. Ground into that front foot. Come on the ball or the top of that back foot. Lift up, out. You might notice that in the hip flexors, this is really good for those iliopsoas. Breathe in. Nice, guys. And now we'll exhale to fold forward, frame the foot. Come on the ball of the right foot so we can step the left foot back to meet the right. So here's our plank. And now up to you, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Do you want to come on to the tops of the feet? Come on to the tops of the feet. If you want to stay with your more traditional, stay there. But when you're ready, you lower down, you come up to your upward facing dog. And then back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, bring those knees nice and wide. Sit back in your Balasana, child's pose. Exhale. Bring the hands in prayer. And bring the hands behind the neck. Maybe the hands massage the balls of the feet, heels of the feet, soles of the feet. Breathing in and out. Dropping into our child's pose. Another breath in. Exhale, bring those arms, hands in front of the head if they weren't there already. Let's inhale to roll up. Knees are on the mat. And now let's bring the left foot between the hands. Stay on that back knee. And then inhale to bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Drop those hips. You can bring that left foot forward as much as you need or back. You kind of want to bring that knee over the ankle. You want to have a block here on the left side of that left foot for stability. That might be helpful because we're going to kick that right heel towards the glute. Find the foot in the hand and just kind of press the foot into the hand or bring the foot towards the leg. Opening up those quads just a little bit here. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. One more breath. Exhale, lower that right foot down. We're on the top of that back foot. Now let's bring the block on the inside of the left foot and then reach that left arm to sky. Then lower down and just bring the hand to the floor. We're gonna do our nice twist. Vrita Parsvakonasana. Breath in. And now exhale, bring the hand down. Curl the toes under, step the left foot back. We're gonna move through our Chaturanga Dandasana. If you wanna come onto the tops of the feet, come onto the tops of the feet. We're moving downward facing dog. So lower down, lift up, come back. Nice, guys. And then we'll inhale, step the right foot forward. Lower that left knee down. Have that block handy. Rise up out of our Anjaneyasana. That block on the right side for a little stability. As we kick that left heel towards the glute, find the foot in the hand. And then kick the hand into, or the foot into the hand, or pull that foot towards the glute with the hand. Again, this iliopsoas, opening. It's a little bit of support. Breathe in. Exhale. Now exhale, lower that left foot down. Let's move the block out of the way or on the inside of the foot. We can bring the left hand to the ground, right arm reaching for sky. Nice, guys. Breathe in. Exhale. Maybe really dropping that left hip forward and down, that right knee forward. Open those hip flexors a little more. One more breath in. And now exhale, sweep the hand down to frame the foot. Move that block out of the way, curl the toes under. Step back to plank, breathe in. Exhale to set the hands. Find your variation of the feet. Maybe you're on the top of the feet or the balls of the feet. And from here, let's find a few breaths. Be in a few breaths. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pull the heart through, drop those shoulders. Nice, guys. Now exhale, lower down the knees. Let's sit back in child's pose, going all the way back. Hands pressed down into the earth. Sits bones find the heels. Breathe in. Now exhale, let's roll forward, coming all the way down onto our stomachs. Tops of the thighs, stomach, chest, ribs. Now bring those arms out in front of the mat. And then maybe bring them out like a little Y. Glance down at the floor. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the head. Now drag those hands back towards the mat. So they're kind of off at an angle off the edges of the front of the mat. Breathe in. Now exhale, the fingers come down to the fingertips, lift the heart with the chest. A little sensation maybe in the middle of the low back. Let's breathe in. Exhale, lower down, chest comes down. Now slide the hands towards the shoulders so they're underneath the shoulders. Exhale, lift the heart. Press the hands down. Reach those elbows back, shoulders down, elbows back. Breathe in. Now exhale, lower the chest, lower the heart, lower the face. Bring the hands underneath or kind of towards the side of the rib cage, but let's press back to child's pose or puppy pose. Lengthen that spine out. So maybe you feel that length in your puppy pose. Or maybe you're in child's pose. Now, wherever you're at, come back to lift up and roll onto your stomach. And then on your stomach, bring those elbows under the shoulders. Then lift the heart, lift the chest. Hands are down. Shalampa Bhujangasana. Here's our Sphinx. Could bring the palms of the hands together in prayer. The feet can be mat distance apart. That might feel really nice on that sacrum. They can be closer together. Close the eyes. Let that heart shine forward. Let the body integrate the breath, the movements. Let the prana move. Let the prana settle. And now let's exhale. If your hands are in prayer, bring them so the palms are down. Bring the feet close together so we can curl the toes under. Lift the hips, come into our forearm plank. Maybe you want to come onto the tops of the feet for forearm plank. And just maybe move between the two and notice the different sensations in the body. You might be surprised at the differences. So tune into your body and let the body answer, why am I here? And you can settle into what's going to serve you best. Let's lower down the knees. And then bring the hips back behind our puppy pose, Anahatasana. Melt the heart down, melt the chest, melt the face down. Exhale. Another breath in. Now exhale, glance between the hands, let's roll forward. Just enough to kind of bring the knees forward. So move those knees forward. And then bring the hands so we're kind of in tabletop. And in tabletop, let's just sway those hips to the left and to the right. One side and then the other. And let's step our feet between the hands. Bend the knees, rise up to stand. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Nice job, guys. Ground the left foot. Step that right foot back. Pivot the heel down. So the right foot faces the long edge, the front foot faces the short edge. Drop the hands and then sweep into the side. So we're going side to side with the arms, short edge to short edge. Now from here, lift the heel of that front left foot. So on the ball of that front foot. And notice how the body responds. And lower that foot. And you might notice that you can step the feet wider, because I kind of might open up the back of the leg a little. Let's lift the heel again. Come on the ball of that left foot. Exhale. Nice. Bring the hands to the hips. Bring that left heel down. Pivot that left foot towards the long edge. Bring the heels so they're in towards one another. The toes face the corners of the mat. Bend those knees. Here we are, Uttakata Konasana. Maybe you come on to the ball, the right foot, and ball the left foot. And any variation with the hands. Maybe you lower down and you just kind of straighten and bend the knees. Maybe you come back down to your heels. Settling into your being and aligning our actions with the needs of our subtle mental, emotional fields. Let's lower the heels down if they're not there already. Straighten the legs. Pivot the feet to face the long edge, the toes to face the long edge. Bring the arms out nice and wide. Inhale. Now tilt that pelvis back so you're sticking your sits bones out. The belly kind of drops forward. And then we're going to fold. Our wide-legged forward fold. Exhale. And then bring the hands underneath the heart space, maybe the crown of the head beams towards those hands. And exhale. With each breath, becoming more and more aligned with our purpose. for being here today, for operating outside of this hour today. Now exhale, bend the knees. Let's come up halfway. Now walk the hands over towards the right. Keep that left foot facing the long edge. Pivot the right foot towards the short edge. And bend that right knee, that right leg bends, and we'll rise up. Fingertips reaching to the short edge and the other short edge. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe in. Exhale, find that stability so you can lift that front heel up just a little bit. Maybe close the eyes. And feel those energies settle. It's like as each cell communicates with another. What to do? What's the assignment? Let's lower down that heel. Maybe you straighten the leg out and then bend that knee again. So on an exhale, you can ground the ball of that right foot, lift the right heel. Relax our shoulders and our chest. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down that right heel. Now bring the hands to the hips. And then lower those hands on the inside of the foot. Come onto the ball of that back left foot. Bring the right foot over to the edge of the mat. And then come into your variation of lizard. So maybe that right foot, and the right foot is on the pinky edge. The right knee drops out. It can be on your hands. And the left leg can be lifted and long. You can lower down that left leg. Coming onto your hands, or maybe you're onto your elbows. And then sink into your lizard pose. Maybe close the eyes. Just dropping in. Maybe beginning to lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. One more breath. Now exhale, let the breath go. Bring that right foot down. Lift the toes of the back foot under. Let's walk the hands towards the left side of the mat and towards the long edge. Pick up the left foot down. Pivot the right foot to the long edge, and then just walk the hands to the other side. So the left foot forward. Come on the ball of that right foot. Left knee and left foot drop to the left. And then find that lizard pose on your left side. Lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Let's breathe in. And exhale, begin to lift up onto the hands and then lower that left foot. Bring that left knee in, lower the right knee down. Step that left foot back. Let's bring our knees mat distance apart. Sit back in child's pose for a couple of breaths. Inhale, fold the hands forward. And now bring that left knee into the middle. Let's bring that right knee towards the right wrist. And now that right shin can maybe be parallel with the top of the mat. That right foot can be kind of tucked in towards that left leg. And then let's melt down into our pigeon, maybe on to a block with the forearms. Finding the arrangement in your hips of what feels right for you. And if you can't feel the stretch that you want on your front side, come onto your back and find that figure four with the right ankle on top of that left leg. You can hug that knee into the chest. Yeah, that might be better if you're having that sacral issue. Yep. Let's bring our awareness inward. We're breathing in and noticing the inner landscape. Finding some gratitude for where we're at right now. If you're on your back, gently release the hands and let that left foot come down. Find yourself on your back with your feet to the ground, knees to the sky for just a moment or two. If you're on your stomach or on your front, just kind of lift up, lifting the heart and the hands, curl the toes under, bring those legs back. I like to find an upward facing dog after a pigeon to stretch out those hip flexors just a little bit. And then bring that right knee down and then just sweep that left knee forward. That foot out to the side, wherever it feels right for your hips, lowering down and just nestling into your pigeon. And if that's not accessible, then come onto your back for our figure four. That right ankle below that left knee, the left ankle below that right knee. Unwind. If you're on your back, maybe allowing the shoulders to melt into the floor. And if you're on the front of that leg, then letting the shoulders melt down. Maybe allowing that chin to come to the chest if you're on the front of the leg. One more breath here. If you're on your back, gently release out of your figure four. Maybe roll onto your stomach to come into an upward facing dog if you're on your front of the body. And curl the toes of the right foot under, press the hands down, lift the heart up nice and slow. And then maybe send that left foot back. And again, kind of hang an upward facing dog. And those hip flexors, release it open, you can drop the head back, maybe roll the neck, chin to the chest. Now let's exhale. Let's all meet in a wide kneed child's pose. Noticing the breath, noticing the temperature of the body, the rate of the heart. And then exhale, roll forward. Let's roll right onto our seat. And then on our seat, bring the heels to the ground. You can bring the whole feet to the ground, but we're just gonna kind of find that spot on our sits bones where we have a little bit of balance. If you have your strap, you can bring your strap into the game here, or you can also try without the strap. I'll show it with the strap first, and then we'll see kind of how it works. Bring the strap across the balls of the feet, rock back, and then we're just gonna send the feet to the sky, and maybe bring the feet apart. And that strap is there to support us. Really bring that awareness to the hip flexors and that low belly. You can also try without the strap, reaching for this pinky edge of the foot with the hands. Be here for a breath or two. We're kind of working all sides of these hip flexors today. And then we'll lower down the heels. Bring the hands behind us. Bring the toes, the feet flat on the ground, and the chest to the sky, head goes back. And exhale, coming forward. I'm gonna try that again. So get those sits bones grounded, heels to the ground, arms forward, feet together, and then long, and then try to extend them out. Again, that strap is really supportive. Find awareness to the low core. This is a little bear pose. Now let's bring the feet to the middle if they were wide. Exhale, bend the knees, heels to the ground. And then bring the chest up, feet to the ground. Shine the heart forward, drop the head back, shoulders up and back. Exhale, drop the head back. And now from here, let's lower down onto our back. So let's do so with some intention. So maybe we lower down one vertebrae at a time, or we can roll over to the side and log roll down. So make your way to your back. When you get to your back, bring those heels or the feet to the ground. Low back to the ground, head down. We're going to come into our fish pose. So let's bring the hands underneath the glutes. So we're sitting on our hands, kind of lying down on our hands. Elbows are at our side. And now let's send one leg long and then the other. And how fish pose works is we're going to lift the chest to the sky and slide the head so the crown of the head comes to the floor. So it kind of has that effect that we talked about last week with the kind of upside down of our Urdhva Dhanurasana. And it's a little chest opener. So with the hands under the glutes, press the elbows down. And as you press the elbows down into the ground, notice how the chest rises between the shoulders. So now lift the chest a little bit, slide the head, the back of the head across the floor, bring the crown of the head to the floor and look behind you. There's not much weight on the head, guys. It's on the elbows. And it's in like the hands, the glutes. This is going to open up our throat, our thyroid, our chest. Anytime you want to come out of it, just slide the back of your head down and lower down. Give yourself a little rest. If you want to come back into it, just press those elbows down, lift the heart, lift the chest, slide the back of the head across the floor. And you glance back behind. If you're in fish, go ahead and slide that head across the floor, backing out of fish, lowering everything down to the ground. Letting the hands come out from underneath the sits bones. And now let's hug knees into the chest. And tuck that chin to the chest. Rock side to side. Exhale, lower down the upper back to the floor. If you want, bring the feet to the ground and let the soles come together and the knees open up, square reclined butterfly. And then rest in your reclined butterfly as long as you'd like before you come into Shavasana. Maybe you're ready for Shavasana now. Maybe you were ready for it a while ago. Find that stillness. Maybe noticing the breath. And as you do, you might inhale for a count of 4. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And inhale for 4. Pause. And exhale for 6, 5. Allowing yourself to drop into the earth. Allowing the body to drop further into itself and into its own wisdom. As we sink into Shavasana, that wisdom of the body sends that prana, that life force energy, to those areas of the body that need a little more energy flow. It draws it from areas that need a little less energy flow. Why am I here? The body knows. Body knows what it needs. Remaining on your back. Perhaps on your next few exhales, just exhaling the mantra Om. Letting that vibration fill your physical being with this wisdom that we've been cultivating. Now scan the body from the feet to the head. To the fingertips.
And then bring it back to the heart space. And we'll meet in a seated position. Let's exhale. Inhale for Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Om. Namaste.